Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we'll be reviewing the all-new BMW X5. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the BMW Pleasant Grove, Utah for giving me some time with this X5. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below, so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for Brendan. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering the new X5 is a turbocharged 3-liter inline-6 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 23 around town and then 27 on the highway, with power outputs being 375 horsepower and then 398 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see you've got the BMW logo, which I feel like is bigger than before. And then you guys can see the distinctive lines in the hood, pretty cool. Now I've got these really cool looking daytime running lights here with the headlights. And you notice how everything's like all blacked out. And then even the grille is also blacked out, which contrasts very nicely with the white paint on this particular X5. And so when you put it all together, I think the new X5 just looks absolutely fantastic with this package. Coming around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 275, 45, 20 in the front and over in the rear as well. You guys can see the wheel design here with the silver. I think it looks fantastic. And then we have the red brake caliper, which, yeah, definitely pops. We have these cool body painted fender flares, and then notice how we've got that black accent piece. And then look at this, how it goes across with the body line. That's pretty sweet. And then if we take a few steps back, you guys can see the full side profile here. Notice how the window trim's all blacked out. And yeah, this M-Sport package, it definitely makes the X5 look a whole lot better. So here's our key fob. We have our lock function, which also doubles as the remote start. As you can see, we've got our unlock, the opening here for the hatch, and the new key fob overall looks pretty sweet. Now popping into the hatch area, first off, if we press this right here, it'll actually lower the bottom portion. So yes, this does have a tailgate hatch. And then you guys will notice we've got a cargo cover here in the rear. Got a 12 volt here off to the side as well. And with the X5, storage space is quite plentiful. Now when you're all done, all you have to do is just press that button and it'll actually close both hatches together. Now I've got these really cool looking taillights here with the new X5. Look at that. That's fun. And then you've got all of your badges here on the back. And then look at the parking sensors at the bottom, receiver hitch, and we also have the cool covers of the exhaust tips. So wrapping things up, I wasn't so sure about the X5 styling with the first one that I reviewed, but now seeing this M-Sport package, I like it a lot. It looks good. Now taking a look at the door panel here in the rear, you guys can see the black leather here at the top, and then look at the brown down below. And I love the wood trim that goes across, and then some speakers here for the sound system. And then here are the seats. You guys can see perforated, and look at the design all down the center. Looks absolutely fantastic. Now legroom here in the rear is actually really good. We've got a little storage pocket here, and you guys can see a little charging port action. And then we got some vents here. We also have our own climate zone in the back as well. And then you guys can see a little storage. And then we got some USB action. And of course, we happen to have our like over-engineered cup holder armrest set up here in the back. And if you're wondering, headroom back here is good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see here with all of the leather trim just like the back. And by the way, that's an ambient lighting strip that goes up. We've got all of our window controls here, mirror adjustments. The mirrors do power fold in. Get your memory seat function, and then we do have blind spot monitoring too. Now taking a look at the front seat, you guys can see perforated all down the center, and look at this stitching design. Really sweet. We've got our power adjustments here. This is our bolster adjustment, and then you guys can see the rest of the seat adjustments. And then notice we got the pedal layout, which is pretty sweet looking. We've got our light control right here. And look at the vent. That's so like, I don't know if you guys can see, but like look inside. That's crazy. And then I like that up above as well. By the way, steering wheel is power adjustable. Now here's a quick look at the steering wheel itself. Really nice leather trim all around, even the airbag cover, and it's circular. The first X5 that I reviewed, the stitching like is different. It's kind of interesting. M logo there at the bottom, paddle shifters here at the back in normal BMW fashion. So pretty much BMW's regular steering wheel. And then you of course have the stocks there on the back. Now here is the center gauge cluster, fully digital. I think it looks so cool, and you can see stuff like the fuel range there off to the side. But anyways, we change to drive modes. It'll actually change like how the gauge cluster appears, which I think is another fun thing. Now we also have the 360 camera system, as you can see. And first off, got the trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, and then you can see all the different viewpoints here that you can click on to change. So really good. I mean, it's a larger size SUV, so it's nice that it has all the camera views. Now, as for the rest of the infotainment system, first off, response time is fantastic, as you can see. And yes, it's got the giant menu set up here that BMW is now known for. You got Apple CarPlay, Android, all the stuff. It's just cool how everything's like separate. So then, like, I don't know, I think it makes it a little bit more user-friendly. But let me know what you think on that. I like the fact that, by the way, the climate controls are always visible. You can just press the climate menu to access, you know, like the heated seats, heated steering wheel, all that kind of stuff. So they make it easy to use. Got this nice leather dash here at the top. And by the way, heads-up display as well, those of you that are wondering. Yeah, and then look at the wood trim down below, and then you can see like the X5 logo. I think that all looks pretty sweet. And then you got little analog radio control, which is nice that they have an analog button. You don't have to do everything in the infotainment screen. Now you've got this wood paneling here that covers up like the wireless phone charging pad. Got some cup holder action, USB, 12 volt there as well. And then this is a little dial to control different functions within the infotainment system. So if you don't use a touchscreen, you can use the dial setup. And then you've got the transmission select right here, which is, yeah, definitely unique. Parking brake here. You got your stability control, parking sensors, engine stop start, all of your drive modes. Hill descent control with your auto hold. And so yeah, and this whole like control stack I think looks pretty cool. And then we have our center console here. Got some USB action there. It's a nice leather trim here on the top. And then over on the topic of storage, there's your glove box lined with felt. Pretty nice. So up top you guys can see we've got the rear view mirror here, and then we do have the controls for the full panoramic sunroof, and then just like a darker colored headliner. So there's quite a bit of glare, so it's kind of hard to see the window sticker itself. But this is a 2024 X5, $67,500 is the base MSRP. Like I said, it has the M-Sport package, $2,750. It also has the M-Sport Professional package, illuminated kidney grille. Interesting. And then you have the M-Sport Pro package. Lots of M packages. Anyways, $80,295 is the total MSRP on this X5. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before you set off in the X5. Here's your visibility over the hood. Both mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. Come throughout the rest of the rear. And I always forget the shifter on this one. Let us set off here in the X5. Now, I've already done a 24 X5 review, but that was with an X5 that doesn't have this, you know, M-Sport package. And the M-Sport package is really important because it seems like people are that buy BMWs, like, just that's the thing they want. And BMW dealers, for the most part, that's pretty much all that they will order is the M-Sport packages, because it just makes the car look just a little bit cooler. Okay, well, now that I can actually get up and move, because I can't say that word anymore. The Bavarian Motor Company vehicle is yeah, it's got that app thing. But anyways, the new X5, it's super comfortable. The seat comfort's really good. That's one of the things that I love about this. And then on top of that, this inline six is so torquey on the low end. You just barely have to get into it and the car moves so well. And it's just a really good all-around car. You know, I think that it has pretty good dynamics overall, just like on a daily basis in terms of the comfort and everything. And then on top of that, you've got a really crazy engine. We'll get into it in a little bit, but it's a very strong powertrain. Let's actually try the Eco Pro, because I didn't do that last time. I want to see how much lag there is with this one. Yeah, it definitely pulls back on the powertrain. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's doing like charge on the battery. Huh. It's mild hybrid, but it's still cool that they do that. And I've noticed, I've been paying attention to like BMW's fuel economy figures compared to other manufacturing space, and it seems like BMW's mild hybrid helps out quite a bit with fuel economy. Okay, well, let's see what the engine's all about. Yeah, gotta love this inline six. It's such a good powertrain. It's super reliable. It sounds great. The transmission's really quick to respond. I mean, there's just so much to love about this powertrain. They did a really good job with it. So to wrap things up here with the X5 with the M-Sport package, I think this thing looks really good. I think it drives really well. And, you know, I think this is probably going to be the X5 sweet spot for a lot of people, because, you know, although the M is a lot cooler because it has more power, or the M50i, right? You know, they've got the V8s, but this is more than enough power for this vehicle. And on top of being more than enough power, it has everything you want. Like, I don't know, like, what else? I mean, you guys can let me know what else would you add to this, but I think this pretty much checks all the boxes. And you know, this powertrain has been shown to be extremely reliable, and so I think that, yeah, I think this is probably the way to go. But let me know if you do this or if you would do the M50i version.